A young boy sat alone in a dimly lit study, his mind weaving images far beyond the modest walls that enclosed him. His father, a local watchmaker, often chastised him for daydreaming, unaware that those silent moments were shaping the future of mankind. Long before the world knew him as Napoleon Bonaparte, the boy envisioned himself standing at the helm of vast armies, orchestrating victories that would etch his name into history. He did not yet hold power, but he saw it, he felt it, he believed it. From an early age, Napoleon understood something that most never do. The mind is a battlefield where victories are won before a single action is taken. While his peers focused on their immediate surroundings, he projected himself years ahead. He meticulously visualized battles before they were fought, movements before they were made. Each campaign was first waged in his imagination, where he anticipated enemy reactions and countered them before they ever occurred. His ability to command was not merely a result of skill or luck, but of an unshakable certainty that reality would follow the blueprint he had already constructed in his mind. His rise to power was neither linear nor smooth. Exile, betrayal, and political upheaval threatened to dismantle everything he had built. Yet time and again, he reconstructed himself, not by external force, but by returning to that mental image of the ruler he knew himself to be. This was not arrogance, it was mastery over the unseen forces that shaped the visible world. His belief dictated his actions, and his actions molded the course of history. Whether one admires or criticizes him, Napoleon's life proves a timeless truth. Visualization, when wielded with precision, is not just a passive exercise, but an active force capable of bending reality. The ability to harness this force is not exclusive to emperors or military strategists. It is available to anyone who dares to see beyond what currently exists. But how does this process work? How can a mere thought materialize into something tangible? The answer lies in understanding the mechanics of visualization, how the mind, like an architect's blueprint, holds the power to reshape the external world. Everything around you right now, the device you're using, the chair you're sitting on, the city you live in, once existed solely in someone's mind. Every invention, every breakthrough, every life-changing event began as a vision before it took physical form. Reality is not something that happens to you. It is something shaped by the images and beliefs you hold. But here's the truth most people never realize. Your mind is creating your future in every moment, whether you are aware of it or not. If you are constantly replaying the past, imagining failure, or doubting your abilities, you are unknowingly cementing those outcomes into existence. But if you take control of your vision, if you decide to see something greater for yourself, then everything begins to shift. Science has already proven this. When you visualize an action, your brain fires the same neural pathways as if you were actually doing it. Athletes who mentally rehearse their performance activate their muscles without even moving. Surgeons who visualize their procedures improve accuracy before ever touching a patient. Your mind is not just a tool for thinking, it is a machine that programs reality. What you consistently picture in your mind becomes the blueprint your subconscious follows. The question is, are you designing this blueprint with intention, or are you letting old fears and limiting beliefs sketch it for you? Because whether you realize it or not, your thoughts are already shaping the life you are stepping into. You cannot afford to let your imagination run on autopilot. Every day, every moment, you are either reinforcing a life of mediocrity or stepping into the version of yourself that commands success. It is time to choose. If you want something different, you must see it first. Feel it, believe it, live inside that vision until it becomes so real that reality has no choice but to catch up. Because the truth is, the only thing standing between you and the life you want is your ability to hold that vision long enough for it to manifest. Mastering visualization requires a structured approach. Every successful creator, whether an artist, entrepreneur, or leader, follows a process. And at the core of that process are three fundamental pillars: goal visualization, process visualization, and embodiment. These three elements determine whether your vision remains a fleeting fantasy or materializes into reality. Goal visualization is the act of mentally constructing the destination. This isn't just about seeing success, it's about experiencing it in full sensory detail. Imagine a business thriving, a relationship flourishing, or a body in peak health. But don't just see it, feel it, smell the environment, hear the sounds, absorb the emotions. Neville Goddard, the great teacher of imagination, emphasized, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The clearer the picture, the stronger the attraction. Process visualization bridges the gap between the imagined and the real. Many people visualize the end goal, but never the steps required to reach it. Champions don't just picture holding the trophy, they picture the sweat, the training, the small victories along the way. The greatest minds, Da Vinci, Edison, Einstein, didn't just dream. They immersed themselves in the process, visualizing not just the results but the work itself. Embodiment is where visualization stops being a passive exercise and transforms into an active force. You don't wait to become the person who achieves your goal. You start being that person now. Your actions, choices, and even your posture reflect your envisioned self. Like method actors who fully become their roles, you must immerse yourself so completely in the vision that reality has no choice but to conform. Think of the last time you truly committed to something, not just in passing, but with absolute certainty. The kind of decision where hesitation disappeared and every part of you aligned with a single outcome. That moment carried an energy different from mere desire or wishful thinking. It wasn't a vague hope, it was a shift in reality, a silent but profound command that declared, "This is already mine." That is the essence of intention. Most people confuse effort with certainty. They think working harder, doing more, or forcing results will bring success. But the real shift happens when effort transforms into inevitability. There is a fundamental difference between wanting something and deciding it must be so. When true intention is set, actions no longer feel forced. They become natural extensions of an identity that has already been chosen. The mind, when convinced of a specific outcome, subtly aligns thoughts, behaviors, and external events to bring that outcome into being. Intention operates on two levels, inner and outer. Inner intention is action-driven. It is the force that makes you push forward, exert energy, and move through obstacles. It is useful but often limited by resistance. Outer intention, however, is the deeper mastery. It is the quiet knowing that what is visualized is already secured. There is no chasing, no grasping, just alignment. The difference is subtle yet profound. One approach fights against circumstances, the other assumes the outcome and allows circumstances to adjust accordingly. Those who master outer intention move differently. They do not seek confirmation from the outside world before believing. They believe first, and the world follows. This is where visualization transcends passive imagination and becomes an active force in reshaping reality. The moment a decision is made without contradiction, the energy behind it reshapes everything around it. The hesitation that plagues most people disappears. Actions become fluid. Results materialize faster. The key is not in asking if something is possible, but in removing any alternative from your mind. When true intention is locked in, there is no need for motivation, only movement in the direction of what is already claimed. Everything that has been discussed leads to a single, profound realization. The future self you aspire to be is not a distant version of you. It is already within. The key to visualization is not just seeing a future reality, but living from it now. Every thought, every decision, every small action you take today is either reinforcing the old version of yourself or stepping into the identity of the person who already has everything you desire. The shift happens the moment you stop waiting and start being. Ask yourself, how long have you delayed stepping into your potential? How many times have you placed your dreams in the hands of external circumstances, waiting for the right time, the perfect opportunity, or some external validation? That future version of you, the one who is confident, successful, and fully in control, does not wait. That version of you moves, decides, and acts with certainty. Imagine waking up tomorrow and embodying that self right now, not hesitating, not questioning, but fully committing. Feel that shift in your body, in your posture, in the way you carry yourself. This is not just about thinking differently, it is about being different. You are already capable. The only thing that has been missing is your willingness to step into it. You don't need permission to become who you are meant to be. There is no gatekeeper stopping you except the remnants of an outdated self-image. Every single day, you stand at a crossroads, repeat the patterns of the past, or command the reality of the future. There is no more waiting, no more second-guessing. The moment to act is now. Walk, speak, and think as if you have already arrived. Let the world adjust to the certainty of your decision.